My fellow anime brothers, we just reunited to watch the video. I'm just playing. Bro, again, y'all know I like anime and shit like that. But this not no anime. This some real black history right here. I don't know if it's real or not, okay? But it's a video and I'm about to watch it. And I like stories. I'm a type of nigga that was in the back of the classroom while the teacher reading the story. I was the quiet nigga just paying attention. Crisscross applesauce like this, bro. Dead ass. I'm trying to tell you, I love when somebody read me a story. I'll be quiet for that. Not too much on this hole in my sock because I was skateboarding and yeah. If you a skateboarder, you know what the fucking grip tape do to your shoes. Let me show you what that shit did to my shoes, bro. But these my skate shoes. These not no regular shoes. I got like other shoes and shit. See what them bitches like skateboarding do all that crazy ass shit. Y'all need to get, if y'all skateboard, y'all need to get shoe glue and put it all over your shoe because it will help it not break down as fast. Now this it say something about a black samurai Yakuza. That sound like a video game, right? From slave to history, first black samurai. So he was a black samurai. And do y'all know what that remind me of? How his name go? Afro Samurai? That's what it remind me of. That dude. Was that an inspiration from this? We don't know. Let's find out and watch this video. And it sound like he's telling a story. So let's see. Let's turn this up. Let's listen.
Foreigner to achieve samurai status was a mysterious black man who went by the name Yasuke. He befriended and served Oda Nobunaga, a fierce and feudal lord.
Nobunaga.
Yasuke, he befriended and served Oda Nobunaga, a fierce and
sound
feudal
familiar.
lord, and one of the leading figures of the Sengoku period. The fascinating story of Yasuke is the highlight of some of the most iconic events in war-torn Japan. His skills as a warrior, his precision, and his strength made this black samurai a deadly opponent. Here's a quick look at the legendary
I wish I lived in them times. I want to be Shin.
In 1579, an African man arrived in Japan, catching Oda Nobunaga's attention and rising through the warrior class's ranks to become the first foreign samurai in its history.
A famous figure in samurai history that is also
I wonder how he really looked it.
This is the story of Yasuke, the first black samurai.
Get y'all popcorn, bro.
In 1579, a mysterious black man arrived at the shores of Japan. He was a sensation. People would climb over one another to catch a glimpse of him, even crushing other people to death. This reaction was normal, considering most people in Japan had never seen a black man. A samurai called Matsudaira Latada described the man in his diary. His height was 6 shaku, 2 sun. He was black, and his skin was like charcoal. Historians believe that Yasuke was 1.82 meters tall, which was overwhelming for most Japanese. That's because the average samurai was very slim and about 1.6 to 1.65 meters in height. Here's a fun fact. Because Buddhist statues during the Sengoku period were typically black, many Japanese believed that Yasuke was a divine visitor, so they would swarm him by the dozens. There's a lot of speculation as to how Yasuke avoided the crowds. Some say he rode a horse after the town broke out in a riot, so he decided to hide in a Jesuit church. But where did this man come from? Not much about Yasuke is known before he arrived in Japan. His birth name, date of birth, and country of origin.
There's one thing about Japanese people. They love them some black people. Even though some of them be racist and shit, they love them some black people, bro.
Remain a mystery. But based on the trade relationships between Japan, Africa, and Europe, historians speculate that Yasuke left Africa as a mercenary. He might have been born in what today are known as South Sudan, Mozambique, or Ethiopia. Some believe that he might have come to Japan as a slave and managed to free himself. But experts claim this is highly unlikely. Considering he earned a rank of samurai in less than a year, he must have had some kind of warrior background. Besides, samurais often started training in their early
You saw that nigga pull that nigga underwear
Yasuke
like crazy.
must have been through a lot to be able to hone his skills. What we do know for sure is that Yasuke came to Japan with Alessandro Valignano, an Italian Jesuit missionary. Valignano came here to propagate Christianity and establish highly profitable trade routes. Yasuke was probably one of Valignano's bodyguards. During one of his ventures, Yasuke met Oda Nobunaga, Nobunaga was an esteemed feudal lord, also known as daimyo, who wanted to unify Japan under one flag. Oda Nobunaga was completely shocked by Yasuke's body, both his skin color and height. Upon meeting him, Nobunaga ordered his servants to strip and scrub him, believing that his skin was merely dirty. But he soon found out that the color of the skin was not the only thing that separated Yasuke from the other men. Historians believe that Yasuke learned Japanese well enough to communicate with Nobunaga. The black man was not like the other Jesuits, who came here to spread a religious agenda. He entertained the Lord with tales from India and Africa. He may have also talked about his endeavors and different encounters. Nobunaga was a huge fan of martial arts, but he was also an eccentric who liked to dress in Western-style clothing and surround himself with intelligent people. Having someone spike his interest, especially someone with a different culture, language, and view of the world, was what drew Nobunaga to build a friendship with this black man. Yasuke had this warrior spirit. He understood the language and cultural aspects of Japan.
Damn,
He
it's
also
hard to
performed
learn
a
Japanese.
which is a form of narrative poetry in Swahili. He quickly proved himself to be a skilled warrior and gained the Lord's favor. Soon after meeting, Nobunaga handed Yasuke his Japanese name and accepted him into his ranks. After numerous encounters with enemies and successfully defeating them, Yasuke was granted the title of samurai. But that was not all. Nobunaga treated Yasuke like family. In fact, Yasuke was one of the very few people to dine with Nobunaga. It might sound simple to us now, but dinner with a daimyo was a rare honor and huge privilege. While serving the feudal lord, the black samurai met some of the most influential figures of the Sengoku period. He met Tokugawa Ieyasu, who founded the first shogun of the Tokugawa shogunate of Japan. He might have also crossed paths with Toyotomi
This shit is
Hideyoshi,
crazy. I'm
another
just listening,
prominent
y'all, my
Japanese
bad.
military leader who is acknowledged for unifying Japan. The thing is, life during the Sengoku period wasn't easy. It was a lawless era of civil
Remind me of
war, and a
Warriors
time when the
Orchid,
feudal
the video
lords were
game.
constantly fighting each other for power and land. This made it difficult to find trustworthy people. Much of Oda Nobunaga's military and political success came from his open mind. He was intrigued by foreign ideas and worked to integrate them into his battle strategies. This made Yasuke an important aspect of his life and someone he can trust. As a black
Y'all ever just think about going back? Like, y'all ever just think about like being in one of them past samurais or something and just living life like that without Wi-Fi and shit? Like, how y'all think that would have been? Would that, like, it would have been harder, easier? Like, no Wi-Fi, don't gotta worry about.
samurai, Yasuke, fought
gotta
in
worry
plenty
about
of battles for
slavery
Nobunaga.
and stuff,
Although the
though.
exact number remains unknown, they are highly likely to have inspired some artwork during that period. As warlords like Nobunaga were fighting to unify Japan, many painters created talented works of art that would document
the
these
hell?
men and their rise to power.
See,
They painted
dude, giving that
battlefields,
nigga a massive
training
wedgie.
grounds, and other aspects of life. In some of these paintings, experts believe we can see Yasuke. Although we can't know for sure, the depiction of a black warrior was indeed unheard of before the 1600s, let alone the presence of a dark-skinned samurai. Even though Yasuke fought many battles for Oda Nobunaga, his service was cut short only half a year after they met. After the Battle of Nagashino, Nobunaga consolidated his power by ordering a major castle to be built. On his way to a castle siege in the west, the feudal lord stopped at a temple in Kyoto to rest, but he never expected that one of his most trusted generals, Akechi Mitsuhide, would betray him. He came to serve Nobunaga after the lord's conquest of Mino in 1566. Oda Nobunaga rarely placed his trust in his followers, but he highly valued Akechi Mitsuhide, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and Shibata Katsui. Mitsuhide set fire to the temple and cornered Nobunaga, who was said to be guarded by only a few bodyguards. This was known as the Hono-ji incident.
Damn.
Nobunaga had just 30 men, and Mitsuhide had 13,000 at his disposal. Although Mitsuhide was supposed to head for the same battlefield as Nobunaga, he turned around when the feudal lord was at his weakest in one of the most well-known acts of betrayal. This was the perfect ambush to eliminate Nobunaga. As flames consumed the temple, Nobunaga decided to deny his enemy the pleasure of killing him. So, he committed seppuku, a ritual suicide. This gave him complete control over his death and a way to protect his honor. The black samurai was there when Nobunaga committed the seppuku. There is no actual historic evidence, but tradition says that Yasuke took the head of the feudal lord to save it from his enemies. If Mitsuhide were to take the severed head and hold it up, he would have held a powerful symbol of legitimacy. It would give him credibility as a new ruler. So, by escaping with the head, Yasuke's actions are seen as a turning point in Japanese history. The black samurai joined the son of
Damn, for real?
This is when he fights a second battle against the usurper. Nobutada had 200 and Mitsuhide had 13,000 warriors, which meant he didn't stand a chance. After his defeat, the son of Oda Nobunaga also carried out seppuku. Stories say that the Black Samurai was very likely wounded in battle. The last record of the Black Samurai is when he is escorted by Mitsuhide's troops to a Jesuit mission house. After the betrayal of Nobunaga, Mitsuhide didn't have much support. He is known as the 13-day shogun because he only lasted for 13 days. While escaping from the ruins of the Battle of Yamasaki, the self-proclaimed shogun was supposedly murdered by a group of peasants. Much of what happened to the Black Samurai after the fall of Oda Nobunaga remains shrouded in mystery. Many powerful legends endure the test of time. Yasuke's story is one such legend that resonates today. As the first black man to earn the title of samurai, Yasuke's tales live on in anime series and books, like the Yasuke Netflix live-action series and the book by Jeffrey Gerard and
I'm
Thomas
about to
Walker
watch
titled
that, guys.
African Samurai. The true story of Yasuke, a legendary black warrior in feudal Japan. We've been lied to about who we truly are and our history all of our lives, which is how they keep us stuck and confused. But it's time to change the narrative and tell our own stories and history.
Okay. That is crazy, bro. A black samurai. So that's where all that black anime samurais be coming from and shit like that. They be Lord Obunage. I kinda heard his name from somewhere. I do not know, bro. I used to play so many games, watch so much anime, go to so many different classes and shit like that. They used to teach us kind of shit like that. But I heard Lord Obunaga name somewhere. I don't know. And I like Japanese culture. I think it's kind of cool and interesting. If y'all got some more like stories of soldiers like Achilles and shit like that, or like the Black Samurai and stuff like that, let me know, bro. Cause I'm one of those dudes. I love the past. Okay, I love that time, that Greek time, Colosseum, all that shit. Put me on. Put me on for real. 'Cause I'm really gonna sit here and watch it. I might be silent like how I was because I'm actually interested. I'm actually watching it. That's so fucking cool, bro. Imagine one black assassin going around cutting up niggas in war and shit. And they confused. They like, man, they got this black. You a look Japanese man. You a samurai too, but you fighting this black dude with the samurai suit on with the sword. Even while you fighting him, you thinking, man, this nigga badass looking. Dead ass. But love y'all niggas. Like, comment, subscribe. For real, put me on, cause I wanna hear more stories like this. And I'ma hit y'all up in another video. Love y'all niggas. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that dumb shit for me, and I'ma head out.